Welcome. All right. It is our weekly live Q&A. So welcome. Come bring all your questions and get some answers. Come pick my social work brain. Doing for 20 years, 21 now, as a matter of fact. And I'm here every week on Facebook live from 11 to 11:30 on Wednesdays. All right. Let's get started. First, the introduction. Who am I? Geli Asofsky. I am a social worker, child and family therapist for 21 years now. I'm a registered play therapy supervisor. I'm an EMDR consultant. And my first love, as always, is the children and the mommies who bring them. And what am I doing online? Due to COVID, that's where I got online. I am here to help parents be able to find the mental space, the mindset, the practical tools to connect with their kids through nurture and play, the non-tech way. Strip away all the layers, put away all the technology that's invaded our lives since COVID hit, and let's connect heart to heart with our children. Let's build resilience to raise a beautiful family, a beautiful, healthy, happy family. So I'm against the tech. I am for connection. Of course, we know that some technology is going to be in our lives, and that's why it's more and more important to take the time and make sure that we're giving our kids what they really need developmentally. So that's a little bit about me. I am at Parenting with Gelly on Facebook and Instagram and parentingwithgelly.com. If you'd like more information about my new parenting course, it's my offline parenting course that I'm launching online. I always offer a 15-minute consult to answer any questions and see how I can be of help. You can DM me or comment below and we will connect. Okay. In today's class this week, we talked a lot about creating a mission statement for our families. And I want to spend a couple of minutes talking about it because it is so critical as a mother to know what you really want from your family, what you really want for yourself. I mean, nobody starts a business without having clarity of what they want to do. This is the reality. Before you plunk down the money, you got to have a plan. And it's the same thing with parenting. Although most of us come to parenting without a plan, I don't know, we have our kids, and sometimes we think about what we would like, what we want for our children from things that went well for us as children, or what we want to do different for our own. So, for many people, that's the extent of what they've ever thought of as parents, as mothers. And I am here to help you figure out how to do this right. Okay? It's not about the right way or the wrong way. Well, yeah, there is a wrong way to parent. Don't yell at your kids, don't hurt them, don't deprive them of food and basic necessities. But in terms of what we want to give our kids, sometimes we didn't have the right role modeling to be able to know how to give them the nurture, how to give them the connection, how to give our kids the play they need, the connection piece, the resilience piece, to teach them all the social skills for life, not with the curriculum, just with the interaction between us. We are the prime factor in helping our children really have healthy, happy childhoods. Now, I just want to tell you, if you're here and you're in the feed, 1 minute. I am just going to take a moment to look at this. Just 1 minute. Sometimes I don't see the comments. If I don't see the comments, I will respond afterwards. So I'm taking a moment to just look at the dashboard here. Okay, this is me being not so tech savvy, although what I could do is bring up Facebook on my phone and see where we are live. So I am going to do that and see if we have any messages coming through on the live, just so I see you. But please be assured If I don't see you right now, I will connect with you afterwards. Okay. It's always that question. All right. So let's get started with our questions and answers. So I've always come prepared with a couple of pre-submitted questions that were relevant from all the questions I got during the week in my parenting courses and just to my DMs because I know not everybody's available in the mornings. So let's get started. So a big question this week was why non-tech play? Gelly, why can't I just plunk my kid in front of a screen when I'm busy? So here's the thing, I am not going to tell you what to do or what not to do. Okay. You're going to put your kid in front of a screen because you're busy and you need that 20 minutes to, I don't know, get something done. What am I going to do? Right. But I could tell you what the research says, and I could tell you how important it is for children to have developmentally appropriate play. So let's get started. The research really suggests that children, a minute, that children, when they're on technology, what happens is their minds and the brains get automatic feedback so fast, so fast. It's way faster than any teacher in the world, than any mother in the world, than anything in the world could give them that kind of feedback. And it's addictive. Think about you as a mother. You get that text, you get that ping. You want to see what it's about. Like, I actually train myself to go upstairs without my phone, to go outside without my phone, to put my phone away from my bed because you just want to see that latest thing that someone is telling you, right? So for children, it's teaching their brains from very young when they're literally learning. It is wiring their brains for that instant gratification. And what is life all about if not instant gratification? If we want to succeed in life, we have to think about the long term. We have to think about where we're actually going, what we want to accomplish, right? It doesn't just happen automatically, not as children and not as adults. So that's a very important key factor. We don't want to teach the brain to become addicted to technology and to that immediate getting what we want. Because, when you sit down at the supper table and you say, you need to wait a few minutes till mommy's ready to serve, the kid needs to wait. With a game, it's automatic and it's designed to get that dopamine high. It's like a hit, it's like a dopamine hit to your brain. So that is not ideal for children. What is ideal, ladies? What is ideal, mothers? Is when your child learns with toys, with a dollhouse, with doll carriages, with dolls, teddy bears, kitchen centers, pots, pans, clay, sand, digging in the mud. That's what children need. Now, why do they need that? It's good for their physical development, for their cognitive development, for their emotional development, for their intellectual development. Did I miss something? It's good for everything because our children learn as they follow us along. They mirror what they see when they're young. Their play is how they understand life, it's how they process things, it's how they make calculations. That's the whole science behind play therapy, which is I'm a registered play therapy supervisor. So I work with clinicians and I actually teach them in addition to doing it on my own. The child's story is in the play. And I love quoting Gary L. Landreth, one of the founding fathers of play therapy. He said, fish swim, birds fly, and children play. This is what children do. This is the work of their childhood. When you give children your toys, even your pots and pans to play with, if you don't have a kitchen center, they will use what's in here. They're developing brains to grow. And someone responded in the comments in one of my videos in my Facebook group, Parenting with Kelly as well. They responded and said when their child was young, they played with Legos and they built so many different things. They are convinced that their child's cognitive intellectual development happened during all those hours figuring out how to build Legos. And nowadays we have the Magnetos, are a massive hit everywhere. My 2.5-year-old grandson loves those magnetals. And the beginning Legos. But the magnetals are so cool. You can create anything with them. And he's using his brain to create trucks and houses and farms and all kinds of different things that he sees in his real life. And he loves playing with a dollhouse. He loves playing with dolls. As a matter of fact, I got him a doll that had a nice little light blue stretchy and a little pacifier, and he is so excited. It's his doll. And his sister has her doll, and so if you don't assign gender roles to play, actually kids will play with what they see. So that's the exciting part. So this is the answer about why non-tech play. Obviously, it's a short, concise answer, but it's here to give you a little nugget about what's so important with play. Okay, so that was one question, and I'm getting so nervous because I don't see where I can find the comments. Live video details. 1 minute. Distribution. Post details. Hold on. Um, here are the comments. Okay, I found them. Yay. So if you're here with me and you want to say hi, I'll see you in the comments now that I know where it is all these weeks later. If you're watching this as a replay, feel free to put in hashtag replay and ask any questions you want, and I will address them either in a DM to you or maybe I'll pop it in a video and do it that way. Okay, so question number 2 um, was interesting. It was about the concept of playful disciplining. So we've got all this playful connection, having our kids do non-tech play. How do we do playful discipline? So the answer to that is in redirecting your children, redirecting them with a little game here and a little game there. And so many times it can avert a tantrum. And I see this from the little itty bitty ones that are 2 years old. Even a couple of parents of children that were 11 and 12 reached out to me and said, well, I listened to that and I thought it was for my younger kids, but at bedtime, I play pizza on my kid's back. And it really works. When my kid comes home from school, she asks for me to play on her back. He asks for me to play on his back. So let me share a couple of these games with, and I have tons and tons of them in my parenting course. But here's one of the favorites. So this is how it goes. There are a couple of variations. There's the pizza on the back where you're going to roll out the pizza on the back. You're going to sprinkle some cheese. 1 minute. We need the pizza sauce, right? Okay. You need to smear the pizza sauce. You need to sprinkle the cheese, and you're doing different kind of massage motions, different tapping motions. So the kids can feel that connection, and it's loving and it's genuine. Now, 1 minute. Do you want some veggies on the pizza? Do you want some spices? Shake, shake, shake. Bake, 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 eat, 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 right? All that good stuff. Do your kids like making chocolate chip cookies? Well, let's mix the flour and the eggs and the sugar and the oil and the chocolate chips. What am I missing here? Something. And roll, 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 roll the dough. Everything gets made into a little ball. Tap, 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 pat it down, bake it, cool it down, eat it. Yum. How about tacos? Do you guys like tacos? Tacos are fun, right? You've got the fish or the chicken or the meat, the mango, the salsa, and you're putting the taco together, bake it, shake it, put it together. Well, not bake it and shake it, prepare it. And there you go. There you have it. Tacos on the back. Now, you can take any holiday environment, any holiday situation, and create like a basket of goodies on the back that's relevant to holidays. I've had parents get creative with that. You can also do the weather on the back. Rain, 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 snow, 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 hot, 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 wind. So these are all fabulous ones to do. It's a winner. It's a winner. And it's all about connection. It's all about nurture. It's all about play. And it's all about being a playful parent. Remember, playful parent equals raising resilient, happy, healthy children. And that's my motto: happy kids, happy families. I think I should change it: happy kids, happy mommies, happy families, because that's what it's all about, right? Okay. So, this is all about redirecting. This was one of those games where it's like, oh, I see you're not in such a good mood. Do you want to play pizza on your back? Do you want to play the weather? And the thing that I've noticed in my programs is that the children start asking for the games that resonate with them. So if your child needs some connection, they'll ask for a connecting game. If your child needs some nurturing, they're going to ask for a nurturing game. If your child needs boundaries and rule setting, there are games where I teach you how to set up those rules in the game, and that's good. And there are games that boost self-confidence, that a kid has to have like a little challenge, a little oomph to work a little harder to get. Those are great with balancing games, by the way, that to get that good feeling. And that's what we want. So it's all about positivity, it's all about connection, it's all about engagement with your children, really from a heart level. Okay. So the playful disciplining is a lot about redirecting and setting limits when you need to. Do them with the fewest words possible. When a child is in a bad space, actually, research shows that their brains are not wired in a way where they can actually hear what you're saying. And a child needs to accept discipline from a place of safety. And when they're in a flight and fight state because you're angry and they're angry, they can't take in learning. So we want to use as few words as possible to just say, not now. I see you're angry. We'll talk later, and redirect the child if you can in a playful manner. All right. So I'll take another question. I'm trying to think about one that was really, really relevant. Um, we constantly go back to social skills. Constantly. Every week there's a question about bullying. Every week there's a question about kids being anxious and how to use the social skills to help them move forward in life. So let me put this out there about anxiety, because now camps are starting. It's the summer season is arriving, and some kids are anxious because of COVID. A lot of places you do need to wear masks. A lot of places you don't need to wear masks. A lot of places are following certain rules, other places are following no rules, depending on where you are in this world. It's very complicated, this COVID business. Wouldn't you agree? It's a little crazy. Thank God I'm vaccinated, so I feel so much better. I still do wear a mask when I go out, but my doctor's given me permission to see clients as long as they're healthy on the honor system, without masks if I'm 6 feet away. And we wipe down all the toys with Clark's wipes after each client. So it feels like such a nice return to normal. So if your kid is anxious, I'd like to give you some tools. So, What to Do When You Worry Too Much is a great resource. It's a workbook by Dawn Hubner, Heubner. I think Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, they have a lot of great workbooks, by the way. My two favorites in this series are What to Do When You Worry Too Much and What to Do When Your Temper Flares. It's a great book about anger. And there are a lot of tools and techniques in these workbooks. It's like 6 therapy sessions. That's what I like to say. Sometimes when I have these crazy long wait lists and parents have to wait for a while to get in, I say, why don't you try this book when I talk to them? And then what happens is sometimes when I get to them, they're like, by the way, the problem's almost resolved. That book you recommended was great. And I'm like, yay, it's a lot of money to go to therapy. So this is a nice tool. So if your child's struggling with going back into the world, I highly recommend it. This book is geared for ages 6 to 12. If your kid is in the 8 to 12, 13 range, American Girl Books, American Girl Dolls has a great series on all kinds of friendship issues, feeling issues. They've got lovely journals. That is like a massive resource for parents with girls. So, really encourage you to do that. If your child's on the preschool level, there's a great book called Wemberly Worries. And I really like that book because it really overshoots the issue with anxiety. Wemberly is so worried. She's worried about the cracks in the wall. She's worried about everything. And it's about going to school and kindergarten age level. And she finds someone who's also anxious, and they get to know each other through their dollies that they bring with them. It's really, really, really sweet. So these are some that I think could be helpful. Okay, so um, we're gonna wrap it up here. I invite you to check me out at parentingwithgelly.com. Check out the work I do. As a therapist, I'm in private practice and I charge that premium price online. Um, it just feels like such a gift to be able to take my offline parenting course online. It's originally a 6-week class based on a lot of trying to ask parents after 100 parents took my course already. It's just been this winter. It's been a lot of people. And it's been wonderful. Parents have asked for a little more in the course. So I'm adding and making an 8-week course out of this and opening my parenting Facebook group. That's for my paid programs. It's called Gelly's Parenting Lab. You'll see it. It's opening today for my first group. And, admission to the class is on a rolling basis. So we have the Facebook group and we have the weekly live Q&A. So all the action is in the Facebook group and I'm there supporting parents and every class it's done, week by week. You can do it at your own pace is on a video system and it is literally every class is put aside into mini videos. So if you just have 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes, you can catch a piece of information to improve your parenting. And we go through what I call the parenting audit. That's where we start, where we look at your history, your parenting skills, your support system, your mental health and mental well being. And then we get into what I call creating parenting gold. It's the gold that you want to have in the 2 minutes here, the 5 minutes here, the 10 minutes, anywhere in those moments that you're intersecting with your kids. Anyway, make it what I call parenting gold. And then we talk about teaching your kids all the social skills they need to know, not in the curriculum, just through your interaction. We spend a class on building connection with your children. We spend a class on building nurture. We do a class on building self-confidence. And then I'm adding a class on playful disciplining. It's going to be fabulous. And then we wrap up with where I started today, because we just wrapped up a class with so many women. It was mind-boggling, amazing, amazing, inspiring. I'm doing an extra Q&A for my course for those working moms that couldn't do the weekly live Q&A. So we're going to tackle that tonight. And we create a mission statement for your family for where you want to go forward. So connect with me if you'd like to learn more. And if you'd like to join the parenting course, I love to be a support for you in this world and this crazy turbulent world that we live in, to help you get the skills so that you can have the family that you really truly want. Okay, here's to a great day. I'll see you next week, Wednesday at 11, live on Facebook. Take care. Be well.